Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and I'm back with another episode of If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. This is special number 5, and it's called Just Aeldari Things. That's it. Just Aeldari Things. Now, I do want to say, a couple of weeks ago, I found out that my neighbor paints models. Tanks and cars and trains and things like that. And recently, I did kind of get him into 40K and fantasy Games Workshop stuff, and he has been buying like a truckload of stuff. I mean, he's not like building an army or anything, but he's just kind of like picking out, certain models and stuff like that. So he's got like, Space Marine captains and certain chaos things and all sorts of, different things. Kind of like what I do. I mean, right now I just kind of purchase just certain models because, there's no point building an army because, well, there's nowhere to play. I mean, this is the newest model I bought, which was the Indominus Space Marine Captain, which looks really badass. That shield is really cool. But yeah, he's been buying tons of stuff. And recently, he painted a model for me. So I had him paint a Space Marine in the greatest chapter ever, Dark Angels. I know it's really hard to see. This camera really sucks. I'm really hoping this holiday season I can buy a new one, because this thing doesn't focus at all. I can't... Yeah, I know it's really... I know it's really hard to see, but, I wish you could really see, the detail and stuff like that. It's really a shame. But yeah, I had him paint it up for me, and it came out really good. But yeah, he said anytime I want any models painted, like just let me know. So I got quite a few models right down here that might need some painting. All right, but figured I'd just show that off anyways because that's a really cool looking model, and yeah, he did a really good job on it. You should see some of the other stuff he's been doing. He's got Necrons, like I said, and Thousand Suns, and Plague Marines, and Blood Angels, and stuff like that, all coming out really nice. All right, so anyways, let's get on to the video, and of course, the video is by Bruva Alphabusa. All right, here we go. Let's check out some Aeldari things. Oathway, okay. I played Bealtan. It's kind of like the green.
We are so bold.
You just you said the same thing last cycle.
Well, we are.
We always are. We get it. Shit is getting old.
We're more bold than usual. Eminently bold. Species-wide bouldering. Ultimate boulderation, my friend. Absolutely 100% bold.
Oh, come now. The
It's a lot of bone.
That bad.
We were getting slaughtered. Wholesale. Everyone.
Nothing a few well-placed Wraith Guard cannot solve.
Ooh.
A few Wraith Guards, I see. So,
Wraith Guard was
visions
really
of our many
good.
circuits being smashed in the Dark Gods clothing over mounds of our slain broken bodies. Maybe just have a few more Wraith Guards lying around to deal with that. Is that right?
Slain or restfully sleeping for an ambush?
There were Hellblades in our skulls!
Well, it works for a craftful London, does it not?
That is quite enough screaming! Surian's ass, it's giving me a headache.
Master Eldrad, excellent timing. As the wisest among us, perhaps you could offer some input into how boned we are.
How boned we are.
Probably.
Cheeky.
Oh, yes, we are, indeed, boned.
Yes!
Boned.
In your face!
But that does not mean we are super boned.
Oh, okay.
Warlock, let me ask you. When the cutting blade falls, must the hands that wield it need still flow with the kiss of life?
I mean, that depends. Clearly not, but...
Then that is the answer you seek.
Wait, That's just not... Eldred, come now. We're not Monkey. You do not have to talk like that. We don't do that Zen fairy shit when Monkey are around like you.
It's like I told you. Ambush. Cutting a blade.
Would you shut up?
Would you shut up?
Motherfuckers, suck a rainbow, huh?
Gullible fuckers.
Son of a Chakarian whore.
Uh-oh. The laughing slowed and stopped.
This really is not the time for tomfoolery, though. The Despoiler gathers his forces in the eye. The children of man stir and breathe anew. Eons
Skeleton
of
shriek.
corrosion shuffled off. And so, with this new era approaching, it is time to make our final
Stand.
preparations.
Fuck yeah.
Well, desperate times, I suppose. Let's see if those Eldar Athenius cunts will play nice.
Eldred!
Hello, Vect.
By the muses' many murders, where have the centuries gone? Quite a while since you last sent a message my way. Whose funeral is it?
Ours?
Oh, clever! Bad dream again. You know, the homunculi recommend a glass of freshly harvested Nisasatils mixed with just a pinch of splintermine.
No games, Vect. You're the last person I would ask for advice on herbal remedies.
What? One sorry, Eldreda. I was not talking to you.
That's right, I don't want no herbal remedies from you.
Pin the tail on the bunkai. Well, that is a fun color. Dear heart, I'm a drink of your This one's been soiled by ocular fluid.
Of course, my overlord.
Vect, no, I still do
What's
not
going on in the
understand.
background?
I can appreciate to an extent that you must indulge in malefic red room nonsense to live, but must you show such repulsive way of doing it?
Oh, well, to be honest, now that you mention it, this party is a bit of a bust. To be honest, half the alcohol on the chopping block of the Eldar.
Who's the guy in the...
Oh, Abacus! Do you mind if I step out for a moment?
Not at all, Lord Vect. At your leisure.
Oh, bless your heart, Archon. You know, really, you called it a good time, Eldred. The gas was about to pour in, and I was going to take my leave at any rate.
The play-by-play is quite unnecessary, Vect. I can all too well imagine the atrocities you are committing.
Oh, fine. Be like that.
Yeah, we really don't need the details on what you're doing.
Very well, then. Now that I have a free moment, let's hear what is bothering you so much. I'm all ears.
I've had many premonitions, Vect, and as loath as I am to deliver it to you, here it is. Our race is doomed. The Ranadonta is
God damn, I
upon
didn't
us.
catch it.
I swear it to you. The Harlequins know it, I know it, and as much as I hate you and all the filthy, grox-boning, doped-up, deviant, smackhead shit the Drukari stands for, you need to know it too.
Well, kind of you to call in then. But is that not how things usually are? You prophesize our race's demise and, well, we ignore you. As far as I'm concerned, things are going just dandy here in Camera. Perhaps your vision was a portent of your own personal...
Alright, guess you'll be on your own.
Thanks for checking in, though. Really, it is always nice to hear from the family.
Vect, please!
It's always nice to hear from the family.
Your bubble of debauchery in Kamra will last you. I'm well aware that my premonitions of our species' demise hold little interest in your mind. I called you because it is serious and imminent this time. The genuine article,
That's right,
the
this time
Ranadondra,
it's
the
imminently
complete
serious.
and total Slaneshi death boning that's
Oh,
been...
indeed, yes, of course. And I suppose I should just dismantle my entire power structure, raise my city to the ground, mosey on down to Oathway for a bit of prostration and brotherly love. Say, you tell me, how many Blackstone fortresses should I bring?
Asrubael, this is your last chance!
Eldred, please, do not be so dramatic. Surely you did not think I was vapid enough to get all riled up on your vague portents of doom, right? I have been around the bend more than enough times to take prophecies with a grain of salt. Perhaps you should do the same. After all, you've got enough salt to fill a holdout craft well.
Your willful idiocy never ceases to disgust. You do not even need to be psychic to see the writing on the walls. The Despoiler's 13th Black Crusade is coming.
Ah, of course. What could the Despoiler's piteous goal be this time? Bringing in the milk, perhaps?
Not only that, but the Void Dragon stirs in its slumber. Its shackles have nearly decayed.
And as of this conversation, he remains asleep, right?
The Tau are...
Have you tried throwing Wraith Guards at them? Usually works.
Have you tried throwing Wraith Guard at them? That'll
Yes.
take care of it.
I mean, why are people on about Wraith Guards today? No.
Because they're
you know
badass.
what? Listen, Vect. Listen.
What are the other ones? The tall ones? Wraith Lords?
hate
Yeah, Wraith
you.
Lords. Those ones
I
are really
hate
cool.
you
The walkers.
and your
Yeah.
stupid spiky city and your stupid spiky hat so much.
And I hate long drawn-out speeches self-aggrandizing fops think are
But
inspiring.
ignoring my incandescent hatred for you, you are still Eldar. So I
You
am
are still one
trying
of
to
us.
do you a favor for the first time in however long it has been. No strings attached. That is proof enough I am earnest, is it not? Can you not at least hear what I must say without dismissing me? I can have the Harlequins approve the message in triplicate, quadruplicate, whatever would please you.
Yes, Eldred, I know. I understand your meaning. The end of the Eldar race! Ah! Maybe you would
The end of the Eldar race.
But let me ask you, when is it not the end of the Eldar race? You know, maybe if you craft worlders got your heads out of your blasé milquetoast ancestral circle jerk, you call a council, and wisened up to the Drukari way of doing things, the Orcs or Monkai might be an endangered species instead of us.
Oh, an excellent point! And maybe, if you death-faced helter-skelter BDSM freakazoids stopped feeding Slanesh for even half of a femtosecond way back when, we would not be in this mess to begin with.
Yikes!
Oh, snap.
10,000 years later, and you still will not let it go, huh?
Come on. It's 10,000 years
And
ago.
a
Just
word and
drop
loss
it already.
predicts.
Okay, that's great.
Your depraved lifestyle is what gave birth to the god creature that is actively eating our souls.
Well, Eldred, you little punk. Owning up to your mistakes is the first step to being a better person. Everyone's journey starts somewhere. Perhaps that is a good place for you to start.
Iliad is coming!
You blithering codger. You actually mean to tell me that old fairy tale has got you all up in arms again? Another drink. Now, please.
I'm just now about to travel with the Harlequins of the Mask of the Midnight Sorrow to the moon of Coheria. A prophecy involving it is about to unfold.
Whoa!
Dun dun dun.
One gel shot in and we are already using the P word. Does this prophecy give you reason to rattle off on some well-deserved vacay? I mean, I get it. If you wanted a few escorts to spice things up, you should have just told me.
Coheria's surface has immense amounts of psychic residue covering it. We suspect the moon had been on the precipice of the ancient Aeldari Empire before the birth of She Who Thirsts. Thus, it ended up saturated with numberless grains of crystal when the eye opened.
Ah, and I am guessing they're not your garden variety magic crystals. Pray tell, you are not traipsing
they're
around
special
with
magic crystals.
are you?
Crude, but not entirely incorrect.
Interesting. You know, you could sell that moon to me. Could probably set you up with a nice prize.
The moon of Coheria will be our species' savior, Vect. Much like how a spirit seer calls upon the ghosts of long-dead Eldar to enter wraith constructs, we shall call upon the spirits dwelling in each infinity circuit. Every single Eldar to have fallen and joined the afterlife of their respective craft world, the sum total of 10 millennia worth of perished Eldar, and channel them into the moon of Coheria.
Oh, that is
Sounds like a plan.
Easy, good liquor. Another dear heart.
You heard him, Timothy. Pour the alcohol into his mouth. Yes.
Yeah.
With every ghost of every craft world temporarily joined as one, the moon of Coheria would turn into a psychic beacon so powerful it could wake the dead. Or more specifically, the god of the dead, Iniad.
And how, if I may ask, are you going to perform such a feat? Seems a bit above your psychic weight class and a bit too risque for any decent entourage.
My powers are indeed
Well,
not enough, and no living seer would follow me into such a...
Delightful controversy. Oh, do not say anything. I've already called it. You said no living seer, correct?
Correct.
Which, of course, rules out anyone but the dead. You have gone and snatched up the crystallized seers of yore from each craft world to act as hyperspatial links to that dead dust moon of yours. Yes?
I had Imriam's Spectre bring the Mask of the Midnight Sorrow on a show tour to every single craft world across the Great Wheel to covertly enlist the aid of the most powerful seers in Eldar history. And now, I am bringing them with me to Coheria.
And with our powers combined...
Okay, Eldred. Well, I'm coming off the Hypex, which means I am done entertaining your crazy hoopla. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Iniad is a myth, nothing more. I'm more than a touch shocked you would call me about all this. If you are so far-seeing, you would already know I'm not going to help you.
I only need your hand in this one thing. This one singular thing.
It's one thing. That's
The
it.
key in the system must remain unaware of our plans, so to that end, I would ask that you send some sort of force, it matters not how sizable, to pillage in and around the system. I do not care for what heinous acts your Cabalites perform on its inhabitants, only that you keep them
Distracted.
preoccupied.
Well, preoccupied.
Come now,
Okay, that
who
works.
exactly do you think would interfere with operations on some derelict moon, huh? I have no interest nor need to invest my troops in such an endeavor.
But that...
Besides, I'm sure you're already aware, but the demonic Monkai known as Magnus the Red had a huge majority of that wretched Imperial watchdog force thrown into the Imperium, so there's nothing to worry about, really. Oh, speaking of which, I'm expecting some related company, so I'm going to have to drop the call, Eldar. But, you know, I will send a pair of eyes and ears to record your wacky little misadventure. Should make for some delightful television, if nothing else. Here's looking at you, kid.
You
Here's looking at you, kid.
infuriating!
And you try my patience as well, Oathron. I have attempted to remain as cordial as this volatile cocktail of chemicals and barbiturates will allow me, but you have once again pushed me to the very cusp of frothing rage. Not to mention, you are seriously taxing my data plan. Wi-Fi is not cheap in Comoron. You would not believe the amount of soul stones I had to consume just to get the stove running.
I pray Comoros suffers its final disjunction soon, you voracious bone-mongler!
Bone Mongler? I like that one. Cablite, write that one down. I'd like to use it again sometime in the future. Well, I won't respond in
Noted.
similar fashion, but I really do not think I'm capable of that kind of nastiness. I have to keep my civilities, you know, be the bigger man. Toodles, Eldred. Don't let the Monkai kick you on the way out.
Well, guess we are doing this on our own.
Can't believe you even bothered asking.
Yes. Kind of a dick, is he not?
You would know.
Ah, well.
Oh,
So,
well.
Andre Veilwalker,
Whoopee up, Eldred.
I need you to inform that Mon Key cipher that the operation is about to begin. If things go haywire, you know how the plan goes. You coax the machine man on Mars into action. We find the emissary.
Sure thing, Farseer. Let's just hope he isn't a big bewildering bag of hooded dicks about it.
I am sure he will be.
Catch you later!
Catch you later.
Most excellent. Come, Ingriam Spectre. Now, let us go save the Eldar race.
Murder attack my main mouth.
Damn, what a bore.
Your spikiness!
Oh, watch yourself, whelp. I just had this pagoda pressure washed. What seems to be amiss?
King's Gate, sire! They have broken through! A horribly shiny goat-guy in a walking chair has been looking at us leader of their forces!
Really now?
Well.
The plan marches forward, it seems.
Ah, they have
It
their
is
own
high
plan.
time for two emperors to meet.
Sore throat! Sore throat! Timothy! More wine!
Okay, that was pretty cool. Anything else left? Here, credits. Just make sure I'm not missing anything at the end. Nope. Okay, guess not. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else. Too many times, I've missed stuff at the post credits and stuff like that. And people are like, oh, you missed this scene, the post credits and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so there we go. Just Eldari things. That was pretty cool. I hope there is a follow up to this, so we can see their plan and stuff like that and what's going to happen. I think that will be kind of cool. But yeah, Eldar is a pretty cool race, fun to play. Like I said, I had a small army of I did BL10, Fire Dragons. They were pretty cool. Wraith Guard, Wraith Lords, those were pretty cool as well. Trying to remember like some of their ships and heavy support vehicles and stuff like that. Thinking what Fire Prisms I think was one. Trying to remember some of the other ones, but yeah, they were pretty fun. Like I said, I only had like a small army, like maybe like 1,000 points or something like that. Not that much, but it was still fun to play. So yeah, I don't know if they've received an update in a while. Maybe I'll have to check. Kind of seems like a lot of races don't get any support of like updates or anything like that, really. Things here and there, but like nothing like I don't want to say like a full army overhaul, but maybe, like there's still like a whole bunch of models. It's like, wow, that still hasn't changed. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you guys will have to let me know when was the last time Eldar got like an update, not like a codex update, but like model updates and stuff like that, because every time I go on, I just browse around and stuff like that, like so many models that are like still like the same. It's like, really, this hasn't changed? You haven't updated this at all? Nothing, like my neighbor was saying, he likes chaos and stuff, but it's like there's really not that much. I mean, there there is stuff, but there's not as much. Like he doesn't know like the lore and rules and things like that, but he's looking at like the Space Marines and he's like, Jesus, look how many different chapters, when you go on Games Workshop, 40K, Space Marines, and then the drop-down bar with all the different chapters and stuff like that, and then you can click on the chapter and you can see, different units, special units for, Blood Angels, and then you get like some Blood Angels characters and stuff like that. It's like, wow, there's, Blood Angels and Dark Angels and Black Templars and Ultramarines and White Scars and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I like the Chaos stuff, but it's like Thousand Suns, Death Guard. He's like, that's it. He's like, how come, they only got 2, and Space Marine's got like, like a whole row of them. Like, well, Space Marines are their, their pride and joy, if you will, I guess. And they're the ones that tend to get basically all the updates and stuff like that. But I'm like, yeah, it is kind of a shame that, Space Marine's got, all these different chapters and stuff, and Chaos just has like the 2, that's really it, He's like, that's too bad. I wish they'd have, a couple more or something like that, but it is what it is. All right, so anyways, there we go. There is special number 5, just Aeldari things. Like I said, I hope there is a follow-up, because I do want to see more of where this is going to go and stuff like that, and what the plan is, and the Dark Eldar's plan and stuff like that. So hopefully there is a follow-up. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And of course, if there's any other videos you want me to check out, I mean, I know there's not that much because, Games Workshop has been really cracking down on everything. Painting videos and lore videos and battle reports and animations and stuff like that, but I don't know if there's anything else, like it's only been between this and Templin Institute videos, which I mean I've done, as far as I know, last time I checked, all the 40k ones. I haven't done all the Warhammer Fantasy ones yet, but I will probably work on those too, just because I also like fantasy too. I just recently did a Beastmen one, which was pretty interesting to learn about them. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else, but if there is, let me know. Alright, so anyways, other than that, just stick around. More videos are on the way, and I will see you guys next time.